Oh, you've got to be kidding me. They're gonna have there's a Naruto Next Generation.
Yes, there is.
Boruto? Oh, God.
That's like the worst name ever.
Why would you do this? I mean...
Because some people will pay you money for it.
Bleach never sat there and was like, fuck it, we're gonna have Orihime and Ichigo fuck, and then we're gonna sit there and have a kid, and we're gonna call that kid Hichi Neko, or whatever.
Hichihime? Communicate through your cats.
They're all passed out.
And stoned.
And stoned to hell, man. They're just high. They can touch everything but themselves with their own tongue.
I'm impressed. Perhaps not as quietly or efficiently as possible. But thankfully, she was never in any real danger. I'm afraid your journey was unnecessary.
And miss out on a fun boat ride? Never.
Well, then at least you have the return trip to look forward to. Acadia is a safe haven for synths. Were it not,
she looks
I would
like
not
a slightly darker haired, darker skinned version of
every
the railroads.
Convinced to come here has been assured that he or she will come to no harm. My job is to make sure they all remain safe, no matter what. Understand?
How do you manage to track down synths and bring them here?
I have a network of contacts throughout the area. Some from my time with the Institute,
she was part of the
some
Institute.
after. I know the Institute's tactics. Advantage. You have Dima's blessing, so by all means, make yourself comfortable.
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
Actually, as a matter of fact, there is. If you're serious about contributing. Well, we've got a situation I need someone to look into. You've had some experience traveling around the island, so you may be decently equipped to handle it.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
We were expecting a new synth to arrive, and he should have been here by now.
Oh,
There's been
this
no
one.
sign of him, and I'm concerned that he might have become lost on the way here.
This island is a death trap. Your synth probably ended up as Mirelurk food.
I certainly hope not, but I'd like to know for certain. You should start by talking to Brooks in Far Harbor. He's one of us, a synth. He's the one who meets the new arrivals and gets them started on the journey here. Of course, he's not likely to tell you anything without proof that you're working for me. If he doesn't cooperate,
Desdemona.
tell him
Yes,
that his
Desdemona.
designation is L792. That should convince him. That's as much help as I can give you for now. Please, hurry. If that synth is out there alone, he won't last long.
Okay, start the arrival. Get all kinds of questing going on.
Hi.
So exciting.
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
You're right. It is a good cause. Synths definitely deserve to be safe.
Particularly
just like
find
everyone else.
Drunk comment
So
next season
good
on
to hear
Bleach.
that.
Yeah.
Very
Rito learns a new
encouraging.
martial arts style.
Please make sure Dima knows that as well. He's put
Crunchy
so much
salsa.
of himself into this. All his time and energy
Salsa
devoted to
verde.
helping others. He never stops to think of himself. Sometimes I worry about, well, if I wasn't here to make sure his equipment is all functional.
And he's
That's not even
basically,
mentioning maintaining the fog condensers. So many things to keep track of.
Right. Right? Wouldn't want him blowing a fuse. Huh?
No, not really.
If there's anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
Well, if you're determined to help, there is something you could do. It's likely somewhat dangerous, though, so I understand if you'd rather
Danger is
not.
my middle
There's
name.
a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed, storage drives. The boat never finished the trip, you see, so the drives are still out there. I could really
Looks
use them
kind of
here
like
for
that
extra parts. if
one
nothing
guy.
else. My understanding
whose
is that the
father
boat wrecked
was-
southwest.
That's what I'm thinking of,
So,
yeah.
does
I've been
this
playing
sound
this
like
game.
something
We've been
you
playing
need
this
to
game so
handle?
long, we're forgetting people now.
Sure thing, Faraday. I'll get the drives for you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
He looks like the younger brother of that guy. I can't remember his name right now, but
Yeah, that guy.
Chase.
Nah.
His sister was a nutter.
Yeah.
Dang it, it's gonna bother me.
So let's see. I think we're gonna need to go back to Far Harbor.
The Cabot family.
Yes. Lorenzo?
No, Jake. Jack.
Yeah. So let's see.
You know, I find it a little insulting that they call each other Dreg.
Yeah. Lorenzo Cabot was the family patriarch, and Jack Cabot. Cabo? I don't know.
Jack Rabbit.
Oh my. How did he get that name?
Well, it wasn't because of his shake-weight technique. What?
No, just... Yeah. So just the shake weight. It's hard to say shake weight and manage to actually get everything together.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, we keep trying.
He's not the shake-weight juggernaut. Shake-weight juggernaut.
See? Okay.
It's not my fault. I blame my voice.
I really hope you find someone to help. It's not me.
I don't understand how there can't be a single law officer available.
A stranger came to town that might help you.
What are you looking
That's the best I can offer.
Just keep shaking those butts.
Where are the local police?
Don't let the island catch you off
I'm
guard.
sorry, but I don't have time for this.
Ah, you there. Are you that detective I've heard about?
Yes.
I guess you could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I wasn't sure how I was ever going to find you.
Sounds like we may have another case on our hands.
I haven't been able to find any of the local police force. The louts? I don't want to start a panic, but, well, we may have a murder on our hands, and we need an outside set of eyes.
Where did the crime take place?
At the Cliff's Edge Hotel, just north of the town. Will you help us? There may still be a murderer at large.
Okay, I'll help.
Oh, thank goodness. Shall I guide you to the Cliff's Edge Hotel now?
Not yet.
I'll meet you there.
Very good. I shall meet you at the main
See?
entrance to the hotel.
Yes, I love this side quest.
Yes, but you need to make sure that you
some
dress the
firepower?
part.
Yes. First, let's find this dreg who needs my help.
Be bad. I'm sorry that your laptop's dying faster than your battery
Never look a
is
trapper in the
you.
eyes. They're so bad. Always sweep what you catch with the Geiger counter.
Hello,
Whoever says
small
Berkeley
dreg.
Island's
Mister,
alive,
I have to
and
talk
it's got
to
it
you.
in for
I
us.
got 14 and a half caps. I want to hire you.
Fortune, how do you have half a cap?
I may be able to help, but I don't want your caps.
They're right about you, they say. But if you help, you'll get paid. Harbormen don't belong on this dock. If we keep clinging here, we'll bleed out and die. To get better, to grow stronger, we need land. The
Land.
lumber mill has power lines that connect to the old wind farm. If you clear the land, Harbormen can wire up the condensers. Make it safe from the fog.
You know, you're quite a remarkable girl.
If you say so. I just don't want this pier to kill what's left of my kin. I know the money's a joke. But if my friends can resettle, I'm sure they'd do anything for you. And owe you big. Please. Help.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So we got a mission from her. Be glad to help.
I agree with Grunt Fodder that battery technology always seems like it's about a decade out of advanced or where you think it should be.
I mean, we're just gonna load up on some quests here. We've got Bertha taken care of.
Must be 30 years? More? Since someone did the dance like you?
Fresh shipment. All your medical and food needs.
Never wanted to dance with nobody but you.
I
Okay,
hope the
Captain
harbor's
Avery,
being good to you.
what do you need from me?
You know of anyone that could use some help?
Maybe ask Mitch at the last plank. Some people at the end of the docks might need help too. Everyone calls them the dregs.
What's there to do in town?
Brooks sells general goods. Teddy Wright's in back of his shop, and he can patch you up if you need it. Besides that, the last plank's a popular stop for booze and what have you. And lastly,
And what have you.
if you need a gun, see Alan Lee.
I have to go.
Be well.
Okay.
I'll be damned if I give up on taking back my lands.
Give me a little bit of space here, people.
Mainland.
Actually, I did see Waterworld.
Crazier than a box of rat roaches. That hasn't stopped you.
I
I just
haven't.
didn't want to
Paul's got
interrupt.
plenty of stopping power
And
now.
as for the child,
Mirelurk
yeah,
Queen
except
went
for
for
the
a
fact
frontal
that she
assault.
actually has a full head of hair, not in some kind of weird braid, and doesn't seem to have any tattoos of discernible
Has a queen
feature.
never attacked here?
Well, not yet. But I'm telling you, the island's bubbling over with menace. Only a matter of time, I reckon.
I'd like to help if I can.
Perhaps you
I had
should make a
feeling
drink.
I could count on you. Thicker
rather than
walls
talk.
can beat the whole mass velocity force issue. The bigger problem is acid. Only thing I've ever seen survive a queen's acid are other Mirelurks. The Mirelurks on our islands have carapaces that are extra tough. So you gather up a bunch of the carapaces and lug them back here. Then I'll reinforce the town as best as I'm able.
Far Harbor really owes you for all this.
Yes,
I like a
know.
gunfighter.
It's
All I know
my
it was
dock
expensive,
for a
Costner
squatter.
sucks, and people drink
So I
pee,
got a
which makes it
personal
like an
stake in
episode of Bear Grylls.
Good luck.
With gills
Bear Grylls with gills. I like it.
and webbed feet.
Let's see.
Avery,
I hope the harbor's being good to you.
I have
Okay.
to go.
Be well.
Of course,
Can't get.
the land back.
I think you need to
They
clear
always
some
get it.
stuff.
Yeah. In the meantime,
Old Longfellow.
Meantime, I'll go make myself useful without speaking.
We're the only bar in town.
oi, bitch! What do you need me for?
Make way!
Did you really kill the queen? The mariner said you did.
Don't pester him, Debbie. Of course he did. Now this is what a badass looks like.
That's
I
right.
fear we had you all wrong.
Well, Captain Avery didn't.
Right. Holier than thou Avery got the right of it. And thanks for reminding me. Here's a round on the house.
Yay!
Ooh, thanks.
Least I can do.
Mitch, I mean, since he did the captain's dance, maybe your uncle?
That's my own family business.
Sir, Mitch is too damn proud. But we're worried about Uncle Ken.
If my family was in trouble, I'd do anything to help them.
You hear that, Mitch? Even someone like him would ask for help. Uncle Ken's the last one still living on the island. The last holdout.
Crazier than a bag full of starved mole rats he is.
Mitch sent him some of the fog condensers? So he might still be alive. He's safe from the fog.
But the campground's got to be swarming with God knows what. Listen, it shames me to ask it. Oh, but he is my kin. Could you?
Oh, he was already dead, B-Man. We just
find
kinda,
some way to drag his hide back here?
you know, we
pay
cremated
for
him with extreme prejudice.
I'll look for your uncle.
His homestead's the old visitor center inland. Look out, he loves his traps.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and drink that whiskey you just gave me.
Drinking that, huh? Braver than I.
Well, that's true, Nick. I am. So let's see. We have all kinds of stuff to do now, so we might as well. Oh, yes. The reward is pretty much implied, B-Man. He'll cough it up one way or the other. Besides, I'm rich as anything. I just do all this stuff for the fun. For the lols, as it were.
So, you went dancing. This island's very confusing.
I need to talk to you about our missing synth.
Yeah? Well, it's not something I talk about with outsiders. So you can either buy something or move along.
Ah, that famous Far Harbor hospitality. How could you not?
Far Harbor, nice. We actually did it.
Will there be anything else?
I'm working with Chase. She told me that your designation is L792.
Okay, I believe you. Keep it down, all right? It's real private information. I know the synth you're talking about. He's a younger guy. Maybe early 20s with white hair. Goes by the name Derek. Thing is, he showed up way earlier than he was supposed to. Thought a courser was on his tail, so he rushed the timetable. To be honest, the guy was a wreck. He was scared shitless, looking over his shoulder every 5 minutes and attracting unwanted attention. Tried to calm him down, but he panicked and ran off into the fog. That was the last I saw of him.
Can you tell me anything else? I'm gonna need more information than that if I'm gonna find this synth.
I wish I had more to give you.
Almost certainly, B-Man. Almost
Disappeared into the
certainly.
fog. I haven't seen him since.
Relax. I'll take care of this.
Sorry. My nerves are a little shot right now. Look, if you're really going after that synth, I'm pretty sure he took the road south out of town. Maybe you could head that way. Just be careful out there. And thanks. There aren't many who'd go out in the fog to help a synth, especially one they don't even know. I feel like shit about what happened. I really do. I hope you can make it right.
Yeah, Far Harbor is kind of weird that way. Half synths, half, yeah, there's no reason somebody can't be all three. Let's take a look at the map. So this, oh, he's actually not that far south. And we've already cleared most of this stuff, so I kind of love Far Harbor just for the whole foggy, small island aesthetic, I guess you would call it. It's actually pretty neat to look at. Yes. Not the next save out. Take care of that. Excuse me. I have a belch. So let's see. I remember this one just because, well, you will see shortly. Okay, we're looking for... Oh, well, that's not a good sign. An empty duffel bag and a blood trail.
There's a trail of blood.
And empty liquor bottles. I mean, what the hell? Doo-doo-doo. Okay, found some more blood, and the blood leads right to here.
Fresh meat crawling in from the fog. Don't care if it's Mirelurk or man.
What if it's a Mirelurk man? Hey, that would be a great name for a superhero.
Leave! Or die.
Oh, dude, you're cannibals?
We survive.
I'm not looking for trouble. I just need to find someone. A young man with white hair. You help me, I'll leave.
Yeah. We found him. One of the fog's creatures already attacked him. He was bleeding out, but... You know, why waste the meat? Here. Well, what's left? Take it. Now go.
Nuttier
Don't
than
come
a
back.
pile of squirrel shit.
So yeah, about this whole us leaving. Let's go with a no. So I think we're all that much better off if these guys are all dead.
Now the fight.
Whoa, friend.
Kill every motherfucker in this, or motherfucker in this shack.
We'll be taking that.
The worst part is they have a cooking station with a skull. So, yeah.
So, skull soup?
I think so.
Weird.
So, you know, even though we technically already solved the quest, I am completely on board with murdering every single one of them. Because I think Far Harbor is a better place without them in it.
And actually, based on the fact that he was giggling, there's an entire probability that he has a variant of mad cow disease.
True. So he was not well, and now I put him down like a sick puppy.
Well, you know, it's a prion disease, and you can get that from eating the brain and, well, other meat that's not properly cooked. Actually, interesting thing that there's with prions, you usually only find them within animals that cannibalize. So there's human societies where cannibalism is part of the societal norms. Like when somebody dies, you cannibalize them.
Mm-hmm.
Like taking in part of them brings them into you, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only place where you find prions, because they've usually eaten a part of the body that has prions, and it's gotten into their brain, and usually it causes a form of insanity. Sort of like bovine spongiform, or mad cow disease. Auto cannibalism, that's a car that eats another car. Is that what the next Cars is about?
I hope so.
You'll never be the same, Lightning, but you can be better. You just have to eat your rival.
I would watch that. So let's see. The nucleus.
Well, that would explain why Lightning McQueen, my God, got into such a terrible accident, and he came out on the other side of it alive, whereas, you know, as a comparison, Dale Earnhardt Sr. didn't.
True.
Well, if every single time, if you watch the next Cars movie, and you imagine that every single time that they're talking about being better, they're suggesting cannibalism, how could it not be better?
True. I'm just thinking that's going to traumatize a bunch of kids.
Actually, no. Cannibalism doesn't cause a mental disorder, because it's not mental. It's actually a physical disorder.
But it's generally pretty much if you eat the brains.
If you eat their brains or any other meat that have been of an infected person. Usually it stays within the brain, but it can go to other parts of the body. That's why you find it. That's why you find it in cannibals. It's because they've cannibalized each other, whether it's that they've cannibalized enemies or they've cannibalized their kin. That it doesn't matter. It's the cannibalizing that it introduces. It introduces the prions back into a host body. And you can't kill a prion by cooking it. So even if you cook it, a prion doesn't die. It's not how prions work. And actually, part of the problem with mad cow disease is that the reason why mad cow disease often happens is because sometimes humans will grind bone and other matter from other cows into the grain to increase proteins and calcium. And when they do that, it doesn't kill the prions. The prions are still there. So if there's prions there, they've now been introduced to a whole new host of herd animals. And you can tell when they've actually ingested it.
Worried about you. He said,
Yeah. Mitch. My boy Mitch.
Crazy old man alert.
He was always a smart one. He sent me the fog condensers. Made it safe to breathe here. Glad to hear he still cares about his old uncle. But you... What? What have you done? They're coming! They're coming!
then let's work together.
Ah, fine. I haven't reset my traps or repaired the defenses. Quick, do what you can with the workbench supplies. They'll be here soon.
So let's see.
Well, not necessarily there can be, man, but yeah, you essentially taking cow matter and feeding it to other cows.
You know, for that cow and cow goodness.
Well, no, because it's a perceived easy way to make it so that you can stretch feed. I mean, now it's something that's frowned upon, but back in like the 80s and the 70s, that was something that they did just kind of give a little bit of stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's essentially how mad cow disease is spread, is by, you know, in one manner or another, ingesting the, body parts of another of the same species. But actually with prions, I believe that they can actually cross over.
Mm-hmm.
With prions, if you eat an animal infected by prions, so say you eat a cow and it has prions, and it has mad cow disease, well, suddenly that mad cow disease can be crossed over into humans.
What's that?
Harpoon gun. Motherfucker, that's my stim pack.
Oh, this one? Yeah. Do not take cover behind the nuclear car.
But yeah, B-Man,
Whoops.
that's pretty much the case.
Ooh, trap her down.
Thought we were getting along.
Yeah, but the thing is if you then eat that cow meat, because of the way that prions work, you don't have to just eat the brain. If you eat any of that cow meat, it's possible for you to have prions. So you could have mad cow disease, which is why back in the 70s and late 70s and early 80s, they had a huge case of they had a handful of cases of mad cow disease in the United States, and they killed off entire herds of cattle.
Oof, so many of them.
And I can't remember. There's actually a movie. There was actually like a documentary of it. where they sat there and they ran all of these cows into essentially a they dug a low spot so they could sit there and run all of this herd of cattle down into this man-made crevice, I guess to call it. And they sat there and they shot all of the animals and then just buried them. Fun fact, that doesn't stop the prions.
Nothing does.
We actually, last time I took a science class, now this was like back in like 2003. As of back in 2003, so this is like 15 or 13, 14 years old. No, it wasn't a shallow grave. They just used it as such. But they essentially there's, as of the last time I took a science course on it, there is no known way to destroy prions outside of, well, burning the entire remains, and they're not even sure that would kill the prions. Because prions are terrible little fuckers.
Might as well get all the little goodie bags.
And when you, grunt fodder, when you say delicious double cow flavor, I don't think that's kind of like when you sit there and you take ham, pulled pork, and bacon, and you make like a bacon Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, is that even a thing?
Maybe.
Should totally be a thing.
You love your Cubans.
Excuse me.
Not
Don't.
bad. Mitch was a good boy to send you. But still, time to go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Before you attract more of them.
Mitch sent me to bring you home. Safely. Please, go to Far Harbor.
This is my home. And what? You want me to huddle like a beggar in Far Harbor? I can't just leave.
Shoot this old
Consider
man.
this a vacation. You'll come back later. When it's safe.
You are so persistent. Fine. You happy? You've
He
chased
reminds
me
me
from
of my
home.
uncle.
Okay.
Only my uncle sat there was
Pack
creepy.
my things.
Yeah.
At least he's not giving you the one eyes like up and down. There's that.
Fair enough. Or maybe he is now that I've turned my back. But I'm going to save and then move the laundry.